What's up guys, Bluddshed here. Welcome to the Monk Starter Build Guide for Diablo 3 Season 24, patch 2.7.1. In these videos, they take you from the start of the season, show you what to roll with your blood shards, all your early game materials, and then walk you through early builds to end game recommendations. It's more of a lot of talking, theorycraft kind of video. These videos are based around entirely off the challenge rift cache. So make sure to not do your challenge rift, because if you do it after the season starts, then you can claim your challenge rift cache once per week and get blood shards. And that's what we're gonna do first, is talk about what to spend on your blood shards. For level 1 blood shard recommendations for Monk, I would go boots this time around. Normally we do go bracers because each bracer has a multiplier on it. If you don't know, they changed Crutus boots and Mystic Allies itself. The base skill is boosted. So basically with the Crutus boots, your allies run around, it's cracked out. They just kill everything, they punch everything to death. You're basically like, it's like a pet build now, at least for leveling anyway. They're really powerful. So I would go boots. Worst case scenario, you get LTK boots, and then you can kick with 300% damage to LTK, and that's what I would definitely focus on that spell while leveling to kind of pair with it, right? You get the LTK boots, you go with Lashing Tail Kick damage. If you get the Crutus boots, definitely focus on getting the allies. And the same thing, if you get one of these two and you decide to go bracers, you can go with EP. Gundo Gear has a multiplier on it now if you forgot, and then Caesar's Memento for Tempest Rush and Pinno's Pride for Wave of Light. I like to go Crippling Wave while leveling, but you can use any strong generator, and I like Mangle because it has a nice high damage percent. If you're lucky enough to get the Crutus boots, I would go with Fire Ally, but Earth is good and Water's good. You're gonna use Water first anyway, right? You're gonna use the base rune. Build around whatever legendaries you get or whatever ethereals you get, which we'll talk about in a minute. Really quick, I wanted to show you that the base damage of Mystic Ally went from 480 to 1920 weapon damage. So just the base spell got boosted, kind of like when they buffed Necromancer's Corpse Explosion spell. Since we were able to unlock all our professions at level 1 with our Challenge Rift cache, we're also able to craft a level 70 item and use the Hope of Cain recipe in the cube. There are a lot of good options, but I would probably just go with fist weapons, as they offer the most biggest upgrade chance. Since it's not like a guaranteed chance you'll get something, you might as well go for the biggest YOLO opportunity. Uliana's is the starter set this season, so I definitely would go with Fist of Az if you get lucky. But if you get the Scarbringer, that synergizes with the boots. If you get that, like, there's a lot of things you can get here. 7-sided strike also with Uliana's. So hopefully you get something good, and let me know in the comments below what you get and what you're excited to get. You know, I definitely would probably want to get the EP item just because it synergizes perfectly with Inna's EP, and Inna's got buffed this season, and that's what I would want to focus on. Whatever multiplier you get, whether it's with the Hope of Cain, you get something good, or whether it's your blood shards, you get something good with your blood shards. I like to just run to the cube at level 1 nowadays, because the enemy scaling is really bad early on, especially you're gonna grab your follower item and all that stuff. So it's basically like a free run, right? Normally I used to think it was tough, but because of the scaling, I feel like it's more effective if you're playing solo. If you're in a group anyway, somebody can also go. You can draw straws and see who goes, and then you guys think, you know what I mean, then everybody gets the cube that way. Really quick, if you guys can do me a favor and leave a like on the video, I would appreciate it. Also, you can head over to bloodshed.com. I have a website with all my builds on it, the tier list that's gonna come before the season starts. We have this Poxfold leveling method where you can go grab Poxfolds and, you know, just tips and tricks. We have like links to like these leveling cheat sheets that I've made over the years to maybe help you out, to remind you, give you the bullet points, you know, grab the follower weapon, do your blood shards, your Hope of Cain, use red gems in the helm, all kinds of stuff like that we've talked about many times over the years. It's good to have a refresher though, you know, just in case. So you're gonna log on, you're gonna spend your blood shards, you're gonna run to the cube, come back, do your Hope of Cain recipe, cube anything that might be good or bad. You're gonna build around legendaries that you get, use the spell that corresponds with the legendary, so it's really synergistic for you. Pray you get an ethereal. Blood, what the hell's an ethereal, man? I'm glad you asked. Ethereals are blue items. They are Diablo 2 inspired items. That's basically the seasonal theme for this current season. They have a chance to get a random passive and a random weapon legendary power. So you can see like this one in particular has double your attack speed while leveling. It has the Flying Dragon affix. You can get these at a low level, and I'm gonna put a ethereal guide in the description so you guys can check it out if you want all the details on ethereal items. If you're playing Monk, you have the added benefit to put this in your offhand, which is really good because you're going to outscale the weapons, right? Even though ethereals are really strong and they drop at a low level and you can get some sick weapon powers with them, you're still going to outscale them, right? So if it drops at level 10, it's not going to be that good at level 50. So with Monk or Barbarian, right, you can put them in your offhand and then use whatever crap blue or yellow you get in your main hand and still do tons of damage that way. I'll make sure to include the video, like I said, because it will go over a lot of details. You might have a lot of ethereal questions, right? So this is basically the seasonal theme. This is your starter build for Monk. It has Mangle with Fire. It has Radiance with Dash. It gives you attack speed, so you're punching really fast. It has Sweeping Winds, Cold, which is stunning enemies, which is proccing Relentless Assault. Then you have that Mystic ally, Fire ally. See here, it only shows 480, but when you get to play it, it'll have like a 2000 weapon damage. It's getting buffed soon, right? I love Fire EP all the way up until you get the 6-piece Uliana set. It puts an amazing dot on Rift Guardian single target, and it makes your life that much easier. So definitely use this until you get the Uliana 6-piece. If you can read this 6-piece, it says increase the damage of EP by 9,000, but 7-sided strike detonates EP. So you put EP on the target, 7-sided strike, and it's just blowing itself, blowing up, right? So use Cold if you get the 6-piece Uliana set, or when you do rather, and then use Fire up until then. Then we have Mantra of Salvation Agility just for that extra tankiness. Monk's pretty tanky early. I also like making spirit weapons because you can get, you know, various monks that are really fast, and you get various monk stuff like spirit and things like that. Because a lot of times, you know, EP does cost spirit, 7-sided strike does cost spirit as well, so bear that in mind. Unity does work with your allies, so I have Unity there, and then cooldown and Seize is really good for attack speed, right? So this is like the starter build. Anything in the cube doesn't matter. This is kind of what it would look like here. I would roll double crit cooldown everywhere where I could get it. You can see I don't have it everywhere, but yeah, whatever you can get is whatever you can get. You know, keep an eye out for amulets around level 60 as they're really good. Once you get your 4-piece, this is what it would look like. Nothing would really change, but let's talk about it a little bit. So the 2-piece Uliana set, every 3rd hit from your spirit generators applies Exploding Palm to the target. Now, just know these are not affected by area damage. You have to manually cast EP to get the area damage effect on the target. But that being said, at a low level, you probably don't have that much AD anyway. So you just keep punching away, things are gonna blow up and you're gonna get EP everywhere. But if you want to maximize it, then you would maybe punch one target over here and then EP a target over here. And then you know that target would have area damage on it. The 4-piece was updated recently. It gives you 777% damage with each hit, and all damage taken is reduced by 77% for 7 seconds after applying EP. So it has nothing to do with 7-sided strike anymore, which is a great quality of life change in my opinion. So all you have to do is punch something, it's gonna apply EP automatically and give you your damage reduction automatically. It's really cozy for a starter build and tanky, strong, and you should have no problem crushing things with the GR20 clear with Monk. I'll probably do a quick demonstration for you guys just so you feel comfortable when you're attempting your GR20 clear. But this is what the starter build looks like since we're on the topic. It would change a little bit going to the 6-piece here. Like I dropped RA and I went for Harmony because we are bumping up the torments. We're gonna be taking more damage. Want to make ourselves a little bit bulkier. You can consider dropping Radiance also for the cold dodge rune here. So there's a few things, and then obviously we have to add 7-sided strike with the 6-piece, as now that's what's proccing our 6-piece bonus, right? It's proccing EP, and then we did move to cold damage. So let me just go over them all for you in case you don't see. Really slow for the 6-piece set, like that. So here's my 4-piece starter build. I'm about to attempt the GR20 clear. I have Incense Torch for Wave of Light with no Wave of Light skill, so it's not affecting the damage in any way. Gold Skin, Ring of Royal Grandeur for no reason, right? You can't uncube things for the testing, so I just put things in there that won't affect the testing. I decided to go with half green and half diamonds, just because we are tanky with the 4-piece. You get that 77% damage reduction, which is really high. So I'm just gonna jump in here and start punching stuff. Let's do it. Obviously no Paragon was used in the making of the video. You can tell by my sheet damage is extremely low here, right? So this is like, you do your page rig, you get your 4-piece, and then you get in the rift. You wanna keep up Sweeping Winds, as that's what's proccing Relentless Assault. You don't even have to manually cast EP. It's on the bar. So the free EP that the game gives you says, oh, we'll just give you what's on your bar, right? It's like telling the game what to give you for free. If it wasn't on your bar, it would give you a runeless exploding palm. So we're just gonna over here and start punching away. Let's look for a nice elite at least so we can kill. I won't grab any pylons or anything like that to affect testing, right? It's just about getting people the right information and making your season start that much smoother. You can pop mantra to get a lot of damage reduction, right? So make sure you pop that if you get in trouble. Life on hit on your weapons is good if you're in trouble. Your Mystic Ally spell is going to be bonkers, so they should just be killing everything also, right? And this is a pre-buff, so the version that you play is going to be crazy, you know, because the Mythic Allies get buffed so much. You can see how easy we're crushing everything. Again, like, you know, nothing, 0, 0, 0, 0. It's just the way that the monk is set up. It's really powerful, and you should have no problem crushing content with Uliana. Uliana got reworked, or didn't get reworked, it got buffed kind of recently within the last few months, and it shows, right? It's a really strong build for early up until late game, and I think you'll have a lot of fun with Monk. So yeah, there you go. Hold down generators and win, basically. From here, you get that 6-piece starter set that we talked about, and you would farm T7 to T11, whatever you can do comfortably based on your ethereals, your multipliers, what legendaries dropped. You'd bounce around that level and speed farm as effectively as possible. Remember, the Sage set is auto learned as soon as you hit 70, and you can give the Sage set to your follower, as the whole followers got reworked last patch. If you had just skipped a season, you'd be really confused, right? Again, on the front page of the website, you just hover over Diablo and you click on the main page. It says new follower system explained. That way you can learn everything. You can basically give your followers a Cane set, a Sage set, a Nemesis bracers, a Flavor of Time. It's a pretty insane system. It's a really big buff for solo players like me. So definitely I encourage you to check out the video. I'll try to include all the links and a written guide in the description as well, just to get you guys all dialed in, timestamps, everything. So yeah, I would speed farm T7 to T11. It's a really good low level that you should be able to crush right away with your 6-piece bonus if you use my starter build. And try to get items, try to complete something. So let's hover over Monk here and look for something to make. Here's the key farming section for Monk. We have Uliana, 7-sided strike. We have Legacy of Dreams, Wave of Light. Wuko, Wave of Light, which would be the best speed build. Tempest Rush, Paj, and then we have Goblin Dash Farming. I'm probably gonna add a Inna's build here. You can see we have it in the bounty build already, Inna's Mystic Ally. So this is where it would be up to you. Do you wanna make the Uliana speed build? Do you wanna just farm and play Legacy of Dreams, you know, until you get like the Patterns of Justice set or the new Inna set? You know, I'm probably gonna just go lawn until I get my Inna set, and this is like my speed build for that, as it's really fun to play and unique and different. It's the first season it's been out. And the same thing, once you get the speed build, the bounty builds that you want, you farm, get as much as you can, and you pick a push build, whether it's S tier, Inna's Mystic Ally. The tier list isn't finalized, but yeah, Mystic Ally, you know, Paj, Tempest Rush, Wuko, Lod, Uliana's, Gen Monk. This is all going to be updated before the season goes live, so just check back whenever you're ready. My final thoughts for Monk for Season 24 is that it's the only class that gets a new build update, a facelift for Innas, so that's cool. I'm definitely going to main Innas and Firebird, probably for Season 24. I'm going to go for the achievement where you have to collect all the ethereals to get everything, so that's probably what I'm going to do. I definitely would encourage you to play it. It's the hotness right now, I guess. It's nice to have 2 more builds, you know, to add to Tempest Rush versus nerfing Tempest Rush to the ground. They brought 2 builds up. So Wave of Light is solid now, and Inna's is really strong. I can blab and blab all day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking and supporting the content. I'll be streaming all season long. I'll be uploading my whole journey on YouTube, right? So if you like seeing the Let's Plays, make sure to hit likes on those videos too. It lets me know to do it and not just leave it on Twitch, right? That's gonna be all for me today. This is Bloodshed, and I'm out of here. Peace.